The number one hiring mistake that most financial advisors make, especially when it's one of their first hires, is they hire someone just like them, someone who's wired like them, and it's the worst decision you can make. What you want to do is find someone who doesn't think the way you think. Let's talk about that.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of, and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Recently, I spoke to you about the fact that you are likely terrible at paperwork. It's most likely not how you're wired. And it's really important to understand how you are in fact wired and how the rest of your staff and your team is wired. We happen to use a system called Kolbe, Kolbe, and it breaks things down into fact finder, follow through, quick start, and implementer. So for example, I am a 6-3-9-2. I'm a 6 on Fact Finder, I'm a 3 on Follow Through, I'm a 9 on Quick Start, and I'm a 2 on Implementer. And what you'll generally find is that for the most part, at least our experience has been, that financial advisors tend to either be running high or scoring high on Fact Finder or high on Quick Start, or a combination of the two. I happen to be a bit of that combination. And so when you're looking for other staff, however, you don't necessarily want or need to duplicate yourself. In fact, it's probably the worst thing you could do. So even though you might like hanging out with somebody who acts like you and thinks like you, the reality is to build a team, you need people who don't act like you and don't think like you and aren't wired the same way, because God has hardwired us all in certain different sections or sequences, and we're not going to change that. And if we try to change it, we're going to make that person miserable and they're not going to last in the job. So we want to hire to someone's skill set. We want to hire based on how they're wired, and does that wiring fit with the job at hand? So don't duplicate yourself. You are the Rainmaker. Let's build a team around you. We will find a high follow-through person who's going to have an excellent scoring system or an excellent attitude towards doing paperwork, for example. They're going to be highly organized. They're going to run your database and your systems and your processes behind the scenes in ways that are way more efficient than you ever would, especially because if you're a successful financial advisor, those aren't the things you're wired for. And we want to, again, build the team. I don't need to put 11 quarterbacks on the field. I need one quarterback and then a team around them so that we can get in the end zone.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.